Alright there YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Another video on Old Red, our Project 1983 Peterbilt 359. In today's video, we're going to fix our loose door handles. Now those of you guys who have been following along know that in the last video I was working on this sleeper door. I replaced the hinge and did some other work to it, and in the process of getting everything lined back up and stuff, you know, you'd end up opening and closing the door quite a bit. Now this door handle here was always very loose. This was probably the worst door handle on the entire truck, and through opening and closing the door a bunch of times, this door handle got even worse, and it was getting to the point where it was hard to open the door because you couldn't get enough throw on the door handle. So I have now fixed that. And now this is one of the best working door handles on the entire truck. So now that I've figured out a solution to the problem, I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to go through all the door handles here and get them all fixed up. Alright, so before I get started on today's video, it is Thanksgiving morning here today, 2020, and I wanted to say thank you to all you guys that watch the channel here. We're well over 30,000 subscribers here now on the channel, and really when I started this little YouTube channel, I never really expected that there'd be that many people that would want to watch this, you know, little ugly bald guy in his little tiny shop work on his old junk. So I wanted to say thank you. I think I've really got an excellent group of viewers here on the channel, and I'm really grateful for you guys. Been doing the YouTube thing for about 3 years now, and it took me really the first couple years to even get to, you know, say 1,000 subscribers, and I think I was at 5,000 subscribers last year in August when I bought this truck as a piece of junk, really. I mean, this truck was borderline better suited as a parts truck than a restoration project. It was in really rough shape. And so from August of 2019 till end of November 2020 here, not only has this truck come a very long ways, channel's also grown from roughly 5,000 subscribers to over 30,000 subscribers. So I really appreciate you guys, and you know, I hope that this opens up some opportunities to maybe save some more old iron in the future. This truck here I am building for a purpose. I'm going to use this truck as a commercial truck as part of my trucking business. I'm going to drive this truck to haul loads with it. This is not going to be a show truck. Now, when this project's done, you know, let's see where we're at, and hopefully maybe we can start on another old truck project here after this one's done. And I just want to say thank you to all the support and all the fantastic comments you guys leave me, and you know, being a part of this project. I know, you know, some people kind of comment about how I say this is our Project 1983 Peterbilt. It really is. It's your guys' project as well. You guys are here in the shop with me. I know you're not physically here, but you're here watching, and that makes this our project. So I really appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. Let's get started on these door handles. Alright, now we're going to start with this door handle next. You can see this one's got some looseness to it, as does pretty much every door handle on this truck. And I'm sure some of you guys would like me to see me just replace these. However, in all honesty, when you replace these door handles do this. I mean, it's not going to be very long after you replace it, and it's going to get a little bit of looseness in it again. It's kind of part of the design, but these are not that hard to replace. As long as you've got a huck gun, which I do have, you'd cut these 3 huck bolts out from the back side, pull the door handle out. You can paint the heads of the huck bolts before you put it back together and just huck bolt the new one on, and it's not that big of a deal. However, because I can repair these handles and actually probably make these better than new, that's what we're gonna do. Now, I don't even need to take these apart to fix these now that I've kind of figured out what I'm doing here, but I'll probably take this one apart because it's going to make a lot more sense of what I'm doing and why if I can take it apart and show you what's going on. Now, I tried a bunch of different things on the other door handle that I fixed in the last video before I kind of figured out what I was going to do here and what and why I need to do what here. So if that makes sense. Now, one of the first things I had tried doing is I thought that the issue was the play here between this little hook deal and this latch that actually actuates the door. So I grabbed these two prongs here with a pair of pliers and I squeezed them together. However, I think by design these are supposed to be kind of wide out, because if you squeeze them together it'll actually cause the door handle to bind, because as this travels you can see it's not a square motion there. So it actually causes a bind between these two prongs and this prong that it's actuating on. So that's not really the problem. Now I can go ahead and I'll start taking this door handle apart here so I can show you what's going on here. All right, so first thing I'm gonna do here is there's a little clock spring on the bottom of this rod. I'm just gonna work that off of the rod. It's inserted into a slot on the bottom of the rod. We're just going to carefully pry this down and work it off of the rod here. Okay, and here's that clock spring. Now, next thing we got here is we've got a C-clip on the top of this rod. We're going to take that out. Right there's our C-clip. So now that that's out, we're going to pull the door kind of to the open position here. And we're going to push this up and over the top of the rod here that it actuates on, so that then we can get this thing turned to where we can fish it out of here. Okay, now we've got the rod and the handle removed here, and these just fit together like this. And this here is really where the majority of the play is in the door handle. You can see here that we've got a square on the bottom of this rod, and we also have a square that's stamped into the bottom of this paddle. So when this door handle is assembled, when you pull on the handle, these two squares hook together and it allows you to open to work the mechanism here. So that's where the majority of the play in these handles are coming from. So anyway, I'm going to get this put back together here now. So I'm holding the rod in the open position, and hopefully you can see this here, but see how the rod's not moving and the door handle is? Okay, so what I've done here now is I've pulled the door handle to the full open position, and I put a vice grip on this rod here that actuates the door latch to hold this into the full open position. So now we can see the door handle's in the open position as if you pulled it. The inner rod here is not moving, and we've got play in the door handle. I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to push the play to the inside here, and I'm going to come in here and give it a tack weld. Alright, so now with that welded, you can see the door handle is like new again. Alright, so now we're on to the next door handle. You can see this one's actually even got enough slop in it that it kind of wants to hang open. So we're going to do this one here next. Okay, so now with this inner door piece removed, and we've got access to the latch mechanism. I'm going to go ahead and pull that to the full open position. Okay, now with the door latch in the full open position, you can see just how much play we've really got just in that square latch deal there. So we're going to do the same thing to this one. Okay, so now that's welded, go ahead and pop my vice grips off of here. No longer hangs in the open position. Okay, so now we're over on the driver's side door handle, and you can see that this one has the exact same issue. And we're fixed. Now, I'm not saying that this is the only issue with the door handles, or that this is necessarily the best thing to do or the best way to go about fixing it. This is just what I'm doing, and out of 6 of this style door handles on this truck, 5 of them have had this issue where that rod is loose where it connects into the paddle. So I'm gonna say that's a really common issue. There is other places that you could have wear on these door handles besides just that would affect the door handles. But you can see that this one's been replaced before. Someone used screws rather than huck bolts to put this one in. I was going to change these to huck bolts before I painted the truck, and I sent my huck gun off the twin sticks before I did that, and I forgot about it. So that might be something I'll get around to one of these days, to change these screws out for huck bolts. But honestly, if you didn't know about it and you weren't looking for it, you'd never notice it. So I'm really not that concerned about it at this moment. So anyway, that's another door handle fixed. Now we also have the same issue on this inside door handle, so let's do that one here next. Anyway guys, that's now every single door on the truck opening and closing perfectly. There's no slop in any of the door handles, and I'm very happy with that. Anyway guys, I'm gonna go home, eat myself some Thanksgiving supper, and you guys be sure to like, comment, subscribe down below. Have a great day. Thank you.